there boys and girls, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to the Manchester United save. And today we start in the medical centre because since last time we met each other, we've had another injury coming up, and that was Marcus Rashford's picked up a twisted ankle and he'll be out for a couple of weeks. Matic is nearly back, he's there in a couple of weeks, he's back in a couple of weeks time, as is Luke Shaw. And as you see on the right hand side here, Sanchez, Fred, Martial and Valencia all coming back from injury, so we just have to keep an eye on them and just see exactly how they get on in the next couple of weeks and months. So that's the medical centre sorted. We've got a little bit of a roundup, and we've got two of the biggest games of the season so far: Paris Saint-Germain in the Champions League and the first Manchester derby away at the Etihad. We played a couple of games since we last met. First one up was against Newcastle. We beat them 1-0. Mo Diarmi got sent off in the 88th minute, but it was pretty much done and dusted by then. Jesse Lingard's his form's turned a little bit. He's on a 6.4 now, so we're just gonna have to see how that kind of plays out. But a good win away at St James's. Marcus Rashford scoring the goal before getting injured, unfortunately, and then a really good 3-0 win against Crystal Palace at home. A couple of little niggles picked up with Valencia and Martial, but Pereira, Lukaku and Fred all getting on the score sheet with a really good 3-0 win. That keeps us top of the table by 2 points ahead of City, and then we're 3 points ahead of Tottenham, and then a little bit away back, Arsenal on 18 points, Chelsea on 17 points. So yeah, we've got a little bit of a gap between the rest of the kind of 4th, 5th and 6th sides. So that is good to see. But that is all we're going to get. That's all the kind of roundup we've got, really, to be fair. And we're going to get straight into this first game against Paris Saint-Germain. And this is going to be the lineup that goes up against them, really. So De Gea in goal, Dalot, Bailly, Varane and Young are the back line. Herrera and Pogba in the middle of midfield, Lingard on the right, Sanchez on the left, Matin behind, Romelu Lukaku on the bench, Lindelof, Valencia, Fred, Pereira, Gomez, Martial and Phil Jones. I say Martial and Valencia just not fit enough to start this game. They probably will be fit enough to play against City. Let's submit that team and let's go straight in to the first game against Paris Saint-Germain. Let's start with a 4-3-3. Areola in goal, Alves, Marquinhos, Kimpembe and Bunya at the back, Diarra, Campbell and Rabiot in the middle, Vasquez on the left, Mbappe on the right and Cavani up top. Mbappe this year is absolutely frightening. Pace of 20, acceleration of 19, great dribbling, great finishing, great first touch. So we're going to have to keep a lid on him. Ashley Young's going to have his work cut out today. On the bench for them, Di Maria, Hesse, Draxler and Munayer. So very, very capable side to go up against us. So I'm going to passionately say, no, not the Fansworth. I don't know what I'm going to say, really. I want you to pick up where you left off last time out, because against Palace we were absolutely phenomenal, and then I'm just going to follow that with passionately say I've got faith in you out there. Go out there and produce the business. Highlight, Mata picks up the ball and Sanchez takes on his man and drives inside, and can he get a shot where he can, and he makes Areola make a save and push that around the post for a corner. I mean, Alexis is going to take this corner as well. He's going to whip that ball in into Varane at the back post, and Herrera picks up the loose ball. Can he get across? No, he can't. Dani Alves gets the ball clear. Beñat going to get this ball in, and Vasquez is there and he heads just over. Really far away for a header on goal, but he did get one. Rabiot's picked up a little bit of a knock, and Sanchez picked up a yellow card just before half time, and that will see us through to half time. And Man United 0, Paris Saint-Germain 0. It's very, very even in the game. Very even on possession. I would even say even on the shots as well. I've had a little bit more on target, but they just haven't got going as of yet. Hoffenheim and Ajax also 0-0 in the rest of the group. I'm going to calmly say we've been unlucky so far. Go out there and produce the goods, and then passionately say you weren't too bad. There's still loads of room for improvement, and hopefully we can go out there in the second half and at least have a highlight. Final 15 minutes to go. Second half has been really, really dull. No highlights whatsoever, as you can see from the top of the screen once this gets out of the way. But yeah, from half time, no highlights whatsoever other than a couple of yellow cards. And it looks like we're going to see this one out 0-0. Not a terrible result, to be fair, against Paris Saint-Germain, but we are at home. We are expecting to do something at home. Valencia tries to get that ball in, and Martial's going to pick up that ball and go all the way out to Valencia. This is probably the final roll of the dice, and that is it. Referee's blown for full time. Should have really won that game. The second half we had a few more shots on goal, and just didn't do enough in the final third, and 0-0 draw. Let's see how the other two teams, Hoffenheim and Ajax, got on. Hoffenheim won 1-0, so they go into third place ahead of Ajax. And then the second game against Paris Saint-Germain is going to be very, very important going forward in this group. But a few days' time, we have City at the Etihad. I'll see you when we get there. Here we go then, second game against City. A few changes made to the lineup. Valencia comes in for Dalot and Martial comes in for Lukaku, actually. So we're going to put Sanchez up top, Lukaku, Martial on the left, Mata, Lingard. The rest of the team remains exactly the same, as do the subs. And actually, could we put Chong on? No, we're going to keep it the same. Chong on for Jones, actually. But yeah, the rest of the team remains the same. Submit our team. First, Manchester derby against City at the Etihad. Start with a 4-3-3, same formation as PSG. Ederson in goal, Walker, Stones, Otamendi and Mendy at the back. Fernandinho in front of them with De Bruyne and David Silva. Sané on the left, Sterling on the right, Aguero up top. Gundogan, Jesus, Weigl, Laporte, Bernardo Silva all on the bench to come on and make an impact if they need be. Going to serve to say, come on lads, keep our run going. And say even if we draw today, we're going to stay top of the table, which is great to have as an incentive. And David De Gea is fairly low. Yeah, we're truly unbeatable. Derby Day, how much you look forward to taking on your local rivals. Personally, always look forward to this one. It's been a real buzz around training all week, and now we've got to put on a show. We kick off in our red and black. They're in their blue and white. And yeah, Derby Day is upon us. Mata with a corner, 12 minutes gone, is going to whip that ball into Varane near the back post, and he heads it just over. Great chance for the Frenchman to get in there and score yet another goal for us, but unfortunately not to be. Mata with a free kick, whipping it in the back post. Alexis is there, and Alexis scores. That's his second goal of the season. Another assist for Juan Mata from a dead ball situation. 25 minutes gone. United take the lead in this derby, and Mata just dinks it forward, and Alexis just peels off his marker and heads it goalwards, and Ederson no chance. 1-0 United. And other than that goal, there has been no action in the first half. It looks like on the stats they're doing a job on City. Haven't really affected us going forward. Herrera's doing really well in the midfield, winning back possession more than most. Lingard lost possession more than most. So swings and roundabouts. We're going to get into the dressing room. We're going to keep it calm and just say you play well, but there's room for improvement out there. Alexis Sanchez on a 7.0 as a striker, which is great to see. But Anthony Martial not having the best of games, nor is Jesse Lingard. So might have to tweak that midfield around just ever so slightly. Start the second half. We're 1-0 up. Can we keep this 3 points in the bag? De Bruyne going to whip in a corner, but Varane is there, and Jesse Lingard gets that ball clear, but falls to Walker, out to De Bruyne straight away into Raheem Sterling. It's a good tackle, and it falls to Gabriel Jesus, and it's one apiece just after the half-time break, and City come back at us straight away. Kyle Walker finding De Bruyne down this right-hand side. He finds Sterling, but it's a good tackle from Ashley Young, but it falls to Gabriel Jesus. Really lucky goal for City, and it's one apiece. 25 minutes to go. Time to make some subs. Martial's not having a great game. We're going to put Alexis Sanchez back there and Romelu up top as the advance forward. Lingard's again not having a great game, so we'll bring on Gomez. No, Chong. Chong can play out there. Is that right? Yeah, I think so. And we're going to push Pogba further forward for Juan Mata, because Juan Mata's looking a little bit tired, and we'll bring Fred on in the middle of midfield and just switch Fred and Herrera around. Final 25 minutes to go. A little bit more attacking force on up top. Can we get a winner in the second half of the derby? About 7 minutes to go, and Ander Herrera's picked up a knock, so we're going to push Paul Pogba back into that Mazzala role and just have a space. Just have a space in between the attacking line and the midfield. For the final 5 or 6 minutes, it shouldn't cost us too much, but Herrera picking up a knock, that's not great. And Fred's just going to clear that up, go back to David De Gea, but his clearance isn't the greatest, and they go up to Mendy, backhand to Fernandinho, into Otamendi again, but Pogba cuts that ball out, and Chong plays the ball forward to Lukaku. He's got the legs on Otamendi. Can he find the ball into the middle? No, he can't. It comes back to De Bruyne. John Stones now is going to calmly play that ball out, but Rafael Varane's going to nod that down to Alexis Sanchez, and he turns on a sixpence, goes for goal and shoots just over. I think it might have even hit the bar, but we should see this game out now. But no, it's a corner. Bernardo Silva into Javier Jesus, but Varane gets the ball out, and Bernardo has got the ball again at his feet. Finds Kyle Walker, back to Bernardo Silva, back to Walker, but Young this time gets the ball clear, and now we can set up another counter-attack. Romelu Lukaku with Chong on the far post, but he goes on his own and he shoots very, very wide. And that was a great opportunity with Chong coming in on that right-hand side. Should have really found it, but that is it. Full-time whistle's gone. City 1, United 1. On that kind of those kind of stats, possibly the right kind of result coming out of that one. Herrera injured, hopefully not too long. Go back into the dressing room and just say, look, unlucky boys, it wasn't our day. And Herrera on a 7.1 played really well. Alexis Sanchez, second half performance not the best, but all in all not too bad. To get a draw away at City, not too bad at all. A hip injury for Ander Herrera, he will be out for 2 months. So that's another midfielder out for 2 months. And yeah, these injuries keep piling up on us, and it's all in one specific area as well, in that middle of midfield. That's it for today's episode. We will be back and we'll do the two newly promoted sides. We'll do Wolves and Fulham in the Premier League. That'll be the next 2 games in tomorrow's episode. But that's it for today's episode. If you have enjoyed it, please do drop it a like. Subscribe to the channel if you're new and you don't want to miss out on any more content coming forward in the next weeks and months. And until next time, when we play 2 newly promoted sides in Wolves and Fulham, I'll see you soon.